Hey besties, good afternoon from California. If you're new here, please introduce yourselves in the comments. I'd like to know you and meet you. Apologies for my lateness today. I was unavoidably late. Yes, there was something I had to attend to for the first time today. I decided to try it. So please introduce yourselves. Where in the world are you watching from? What is your name? What do you do? How did you find my video? I want today's session to be an interactive session as always. Please share your thoughts in the comments. I don't want it to be a one-way traffic. Please share your thoughts as we proceed in today's video. Today we're continuing with 9 success factors, but I'm going to start today's segment with a quote, and it says perfection is procrastination in disguise. When you're waiting for everything to be perfect, you're just procrastinating. You're just, you will never get it done. So whatever you want to do, please stop waiting for the perfect time. Just make sure that you do it ASAP. So we are going to be joining. Hey, Sarah Donald, thank you so much for joining in. I apologize for my lateness today. I decided to do one James Bond before I came live, and it took a longer time than I expected, although I still kind of tried. So yes, today we're discussing 9 success factors. And if you missed last week's episode, well, I started this series 2 weeks ago. So please go ahead and check out those live streams and also watch last week's live stream. And we're going to be ending it today. Hopefully, definitely, we're going to be ending the live stream. We're going to be ending the topic 9 success factors. Yes, so guys, come with me. Let us go. So guys, if you have not introduced yourselves yet, please go ahead and do the same. Do that right now. I'd like to know you and meet you. Where in the world are you watching from? How did you find my video? And just so you know, I'm a grants queen. On this channel, I share all things grants. Yes, when it comes to grants for small businesses, grants for non-profits, all kinds of grants, women's grants, pregnant women. I'm telling you, there are lots of grants so that you are not even aware of. Do you know that there are grants for pregnant people? Yes, there are grants for kids, there are grants for students. There are lots of grants that I share on my channel on a day-to-day basis. But if you guys want to see more of how to make money online, yes, let me know. So without further ado, guys, let's just get right into it. I think we discussed having good work habits in one of but let's start from having good work habits as a big success factor. Yes, it's a huge success factor. So for people who have been, who want to record success, yes, who want to have success in whatever it is, whether in studies or in your career or whatever, you have to develop good work habits. Yes, it is very important. I get it all the time when people say, how do you show for yourself all the time? How do you now? These are habits that you develop over time. It doesn't happen right away. You have to develop it over time. So good work habit is something that you have to be patient with yourself. You have to trust the process. You're going to fail sometimes, but you have to pick yourself back up and try again. So when we talk about good work habits, you have to cultivate it. So you have to start living the life that you picture for yourself in the future. You start living it today. Now, success is made up of habits, things that you do every day. So you live in that success mode from today. So let's assume that you struggle with, getting things done or waking up early. Just start it today, right? If your idea of success means waking up very early, getting things done, achieving all your goals, striking out everything that you've put in your plans. Some people don't even have plans. Maybe you should even start with having your goals set for yourself. I've said it so many times on this channel. I have my 3 quarterly goals. I have my bi-monthly goals. I have my monthly goals. I have my weekly goals. Yes, you should have them all set. These are ways by which you can cultivate success habits. People don't just jump on my calendar anyhow. It's not possible. It's not possible because I need to double check and, find out what exactly is on my schedule for today, for tomorrow, for next week, before I'm able to say, okay, yes, we can deal. So guys, you have to develop good work habits, and it starts from now, wherever you are right now. There's an Igbo adage that says, whenever you wake up is your morning. So whenever you have realized that you need to, cultivate a good work habit, that is the best time to start. Not yesterday, not last year, not 20 years ago. Now that you realize that you need to cultivate good work habits, then start it now. So I don't know how to speak it in Igbo, but my friend translated it to me that whenever you wake up is your morning. Okay, what is my okay? That's your favorite quote. Please tell us in Igbo. I don't worry. I can read the Igbo. You can tell us in Igbo in the comments. Yes, thank you, Sarah. So yes, I learned that from one of my friends. So developing good work habits requires that you think before you act. So make a list. Like I said, you don't just do things impulsively. Don't just do things that I feel like doing this thing now. And then you don't double check with your calendar. You have to always make sure that everything, aligns with your goals. Yes, all the goals that you've set with yourself for yourself. So make a list and set priorities on your list right before you begin. Before I was telling my friend recently that everything I buy, yes, even it goes down to my purchases, especially capital purchases, I plan it out. So when you hear, okay, Mbeolu, just tell me if I try. Mbeobula itetara bu ututu gi. Did I try? Did I try? Mbeobula itetara bu ututu gi. Man, I love this language. Are you guys for real? Let me know if I try, though. So the translation is whenever you wake up is your morning. Yes. So get things, moving. The moment you realize you're supposed to work on X and Y for yourself, for your career, for your business, for your work, then start it now. Don't worry about people that have gotten it right before you. Don't worry about people that are, that have their schedules all set. You know, are you serious? Oh, I tried. Are you serious? Thank you, Sarah. So like Sarah helped us just now. We can, start now that we are aware of what we need to work on, for ourselves. So now that you're aware of it, that is your morning. Oh yeah, start. Whenever you come to the realization that you need to develop good work habits, then that is your morning. Then start it now. Like I said, don't worry about people that have gotten it together, like, get their schedules right. Yes. And this was something I discovered a long time ago when I was in the university. That was like, how many years ago? 2005, almost 20 years ago. Yeah. I have friends, successful friends, and I, it was shocking to me to know that, okay, I have my goals for even next year. I'm hearing, okay, I'll be in this country next year. I'm like, how did you know? Ticket has been bought. I'm telling you, that's how far ahead. And then I started thinking, I didn't know how to get there, but I started little by little, little by little. And now I have my set goals. I have my target and I walk towards it because honestly, like they say, the shortest span is better than the shortest memory. If you're able to write out your plans, your goals, and that's why I always say that whenever a thought or a valuable, thought comes to you, maybe while you're taking your shower, make sure that you always have a pen ready, or at least write it in your notes. I always have my notes handy. Whenever you have that bright idea, please write it down. Always write it down. It helps you. You just never know. You can't, hey, you can be breaking the next record, though. I'm telling you. And ideas, they're just ideas until you bring it to life. And when you don't have them written down, they're just wishful thinking. They're just wishes if you don't really work on your goal. So please, the first step is identifying what you want, realizing that, okay, I need to work on myself. I need to develop good work ethics. Then whenever you have anything you want to do, anything that comes to your mind that you really, that really, really resonates with you, write it down, then start to plan towards it. I always say this: have big goals and then have smaller goals, so break it down into smaller bits, so it can involve you doing 2 hours of something that leads to you achieving that goal within the long period, within the stretched period of time. Write it down and start to work on it every day. I was telling someone sometime this week, I can't remember who it was. I was telling the person that I learned too when I worked in the bank that no matter how, even if you work for someone, even if you're an employee, or even if you're well paid, I don't care how much they're paying you, make sure that after spending, maybe you work 9 hours every day. When you're done working for that person, when you get home, make sure that you devote some time to work on your own goals. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. I keep saying it. And I say this because I've told people before, and they're like, it's because you're not in my shoes. And I did it twice. Yes, I got into their shoes and I did it twice. And I saw that it's just all excuses. If you truly want to do something, there is no excuse. You're done working for someone, you're done helping them to carry out their own goals and their own dreams. It's time for you to now sit down and work on your dreams. Even if it's 30, let's even say, okay, oh, you don't even have time for yourself. 30 minutes in a day. 30 minutes in a day. It's more than enough for you, but make it a consistent habit. You have to develop, like I said, good work habits is developed over time. You have to do it every day until it becomes a part of you. Yeah, my friend, a friend visited me last week and she was just shocked at how I get things done. She was looking at, because I was timing everything I was doing. Yes, I have some buffer that I leave out for, uncertainties, or, maybe if I have to accommodate certain things that I probably did not, anticipate or expect. So I have buffer. That's why I always work. I don't want to say I work so hard that I leave room, to rest. I give myself enough time to rest. So work, I mean, there are certain things that I do that could have taken me 2 months to do, but I can do it, I can fit it in 3 days. Yes, those who understand what I'm talking about. I will do the work for 2 months. I'm going to do it in 3 days, and that will suffice for 2 months. I know a lot of people cannot even attempt it. I know, but you can do it. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of cultivating the right habits over time. And then when you get to that point, nothing. When I'm set to work like that, when I get in that mode, nothing. I don't even take calls. I just go on beast mode. I work morning till night. When I say night, I'm talking about 12 midnight or 11:54 p.m. Yes, from the moment I wake up, I work till midnight. The work is going to suffice. I'm going to do it for 3 days at a stretch, and it's going to suffice for 2 months. So, developing good work habits starts from whenever you realize that it is necessary. If it is now, then now is your morning. Please, I hope with these few points, I've been able to convince you that you can actually develop good work habits by starting wherever you are right now. Whenever you realize it is the best time for you to start. So don't worry about people that have gotten it, all set for themselves. I mean, I had friends, like I said, I had friends that, knew what they wanted to do in 2 months, in 3 months, in 6 months, in 1 year. I'm like, how are you doing these things? But with time, I also understood. Now I understand what it means to have your goals. If you're going on vacation, you can plan it out now. If you're going on vacation next year, it might interest you to know that tickets will be cheaper if you buy it now. So you can start. And there was somebody said something. I saw a quote somewhere. It says, when you are happier whenever your vacation ticket is booked. Whenever it is, doesn't matter. But as long as your ticket is booked, that you're traveling for vacation, you are a happier person. So you wake up with, you're so happy, and you have that expectation that very soon, even if it's in 3 months' time, even if it's in 6 months' time, the fact that it's already booked makes you a happy person. I saw the quote somewhere, and I think it makes a lot of sense. So yes, start to plan well ahead of time, and start to develop good work habits. Note that good work habits actually require that you consider the likely consequences, yes, whether positive or negative, of what you're doing. So I'm not asking you to put all your work together in one place like I am doing right now. I started small too. And then with time, I started to stretch it out. And then I stretched again, and I stretched. I don't even think there's a way to stretch it again, because we have just 24 hours in a day. And I'm working from the moment I wake up till 12 in the midnight. So you have to, don't overstretch yourself in the beginning. Start small so that you don't get overwhelmed. Start small, and then by the time when you are ready to even stretch, you know that yes, you're ready to stretch it. Yes, I mean, I remember when I had just one YouTube channel, it was hard. It was hard, but I kept at it. And then at some point I got it. I'm like, I didn't even know that starting a YouTube channel, Sarah, trust me, I rest. I rest. I nap. Oh yes, I need to also mention, in between, I nap every day. So in between, while I'm working, I take a break, I sleep, wake up, and continue till midnight. So thank you for that. Yes, that's also something. There are factors to consider. People that do it this way, sometimes they have their, I mean, almost all the time, for people that I know, people that I've learned from, people that have, mentored me over time, they have workout time. They also work out for them. Yes, they take care of their bodies. They know what they eat. They, you know, they have it all planned out. So it's all about planning and the time, timely planning. Now, the next one on my list here is having positive mental attitude. Positive mental attitude. Positive mental attitude. I'm telling you, nap is more powerful than power nap is powerful. My sister, I wake up with renewed energy and I work till midnight. I'm telling you, and I'm talking to my mom on the phone. She'll be like, "Are you sure?" I say, "Mommy, I've slept. Don't worry, I'm good." I'm good. I'm good. I've always done this ever since I was in grad school, So I would take a nap in the day so that by the time I wake up, I'll work. Then I sleep at 4 a.m. every day when I was in grad school. It was a lot to put together as a mom, as a wife, as a student, as an entrepreneur. It was just a lot for me. So I learned this over time, and now it has become second nature. Even if I don't feel like it, I will force my every day, 7 days a week. So it's a schedule, it's a routine. Everybody that knows me, oh, they understand. And even when anyone comes to, look for me at that time, they understand, okay, she's taking it out. Okay, that's all. I understand. So you really, really have to. So the next one, like I said, is having positive mental attitude. Having positive mental attitude. I've heard stories, first-hand accounts, events from people who told me they were at a very low point in their lives. And I think they read books and they decided one day that they're going to take themselves out of this situation. Positive mental attitude. They decided, I'm going to take myself out of this place up there. I'm taking myself up there. And they lifted themselves out of it. And then they went up there. Now, I'm going to share a story of a guy who I met in a church that we attended back in Texas. This was like 7 years ago. And he told us, he was narrating the story to I and my husband at the time. He said that he had, he's African American, by the way, and he had this, Filipino girls that work. I think I mentioned it on this channel because I remember his story very well. He had these Filipino girls, two girls that came from the Philippines. They were waitress downstairs in his house. He lived upstairs at the time. I can't remember, maybe, I don't know which state he lived, but he's American. That whenever he's going out, he gives those girls money. He just says, "Oh, just take $5 tip, $10 tip." He just gives them money. And then one day, those girls were actually in the university. So one day he didn't know, but they were waiters downstairs. And they just came from the Philippines. He was, well aware of that. And then one day they they gave him an invitation invite that they are graduating. And he said, "You're graduating." And he was just there, just flexing and living life as it comes. And he was a hit for him. It was a wake-up call for him. And he said to himself that, Omo, can't continue like this. So are you for real? Right under his roof, pretty much, in his presence. And he was determined that he'd get a degree. And that's how he got his degree. And he's very successful. Yeah. He owned a bakery, and he's doing well for himself. He was married at the time with a kid. And that was the wake-up call for him. So you need to cultivate that positive mental attitude. You have to wake up. You have to stop thinking small. You have to stop, stop discouraging yourself. Stop disqualifying yourself. There are lots of people who, before they even make a step, they look at all the negative. No. People will discourage you unknowingly or knowingly. Some people will, but you have to, some people, they themselves are enough to discourage themselves. Some people, they want to do a project. They're looking for someone to say, don't do it. They're just looking for someone to say, don't even do it. And then they sit back. So they don't even want to put in the work. But the idea of being successful, they love that idea of being successful, but they are not willing to put in the work. They just need one person to discourage them from doing it, from saying, some people, they just want people to say, "Oh, I did it and it didn't work out though." So that they can pull out, this person said it didn't work out. Have you tried it yourself? You need to have a positive mental attitude. You need to stay positive all the way till the end. You need to stay positive. Don't say, oh, I don't qualify. Oh, they don't like my face. Oh, the last person that won this thing doesn't look like me. Have you tried it first? Have you tried it and failed? It is better to try and fail than not to try at all. In fact, show me a person who is successful. When you find a successful person, success is actually a combination of failing, so many failures, refusing to give up, and refusing to, that momentum doesn't end the moment you encounter any form of failure. It doesn't. So success is a series of, encountering failures upon failures without getting tired, without, losing your what's it called, your zeal to keep trying. So you have to understand that failure is actually embedded in success. Failure is an integral part of success. So you have to, once you have that realization that, okay, you have failed, give yourself a pat on the back that at least you tried. You're better than people who have not tried at all. So when you fail, you try again. You fail, you try again. You try again. That's why having a positive mental attitude, you're going to be so positive, it will look like you are crazy until you encounter success. And then people but they don't know how many failures you've had to go through before this success. So you have to keep going. You have to not get discouraged. You have to not get discouraged. I get ridiculous comments every day on my YouTube channel, various social media platforms. What's it called? These sales platforms. I mean, platforms where you can, go sell stuff. You get lots and lots of negative energy, but you have to keep going. You have to, stay positive. You have to. There's a lot of negativity you have to battle with. You have to know that. In fact, you have to be prepared for that first before you go. Just know that on your way to success, you're going to encounter a lot of pushbacks. You will. It's never a smooth ride. Trust me. It's always very bumpy. It's always and the whole idea is to discourage you. The whole idea is to stop you. It's to stop you from going, from forging ahead, from embarking on that project. Once you start getting tough, once it starts to get tough, just know that you're on the right track. Yeah. Oh, Sarah, especially on this platform. Yes, you have to stay positive. When you hear positive vibes, you need an overdose of positive vibes to survive the madness on YouTube. Starting a YouTube channel, you have to there will always be different kinds of people that you come across. You have to. In fact, some people, and I noticed that thing on different platforms, I think on Instagram, people actually set themselves up for drags. They do it deliberately. I don't know. Especially very plus size people. Very, very, like, I kind of like those pages. They kind of crack me up. You go into the comments and the things you see in the comments is enough for the person that posted it to off themselves. But you know what? They keep going. The more you insult them, the more they make money. There's a lady I know too on YouTube. She sets herself up for drags. Oh yes, that's she milks the insults. She transforms it to money. She does things that would definitely make people talk and make people insult her for the views. She doesn't care. Her eyes are on the prize. That's how her eyes are on the oh yes. Sarah, Instagram, they set themselves. Yes. Oh, they keep going. They love that drag. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. Those people, their hearts, they are very strong. But honestly, if you want to start a YouTube channel or any social media platform, you have to stay positive. People will come at you. People will attack you. I sent a screenshot of an attack I got just this morning. from someone on a platform, a sales platform. The person was hurt. I displayed my stuffs and the person came to attack me. And I explained, no, this is the way it is done here. I'm sorry, just keep it moving. And the person came back again to insult me. And I'm like, you don't even know me. I'm just a stranger. Why are you? People are just very funny. They come to attack people that are not responsible for their misfortunes or for whatever it is that they're going through. They come and then they pour out all the anger on you. It is not my fault. Keep it moving. So people are like that. So you have to just develop a thick skin and have an overdose of positive mental attitude, because people will try to bring you down. So the excess, the reserves you have will keep you going. Because if you're just on the tip, like you're just managing, they will throw you, they will throw you off balance. So you have to, please, you have to be intentional about this. You need to have a positive mental attitude to be successful. I say this all the time. Very successful people have many enemies. They have many enemies. They do. Okay, Sarah said, when you realize there are sad people trying to spread sadness, you won't bother. Of course, now you won't even bother. And honestly, people are a reflection of how they make you feel. When people make you feel good, trust me, they are sweet people. When they try everything to make you feel bad, then they are bitter people. Once you understand this, you won't even get angry. You just say, okay, okay, have a nice life. So you need an overdose of positive mental attitude. The next one on my list here is positive image. Yes, positive image. Yes, I understand that people actually judge you by what you look, on the outside. But you need to, create the narrative you want for yourself. Personally, I go over and beyond for all of my clients. If there's any of my clients on this live stream watching me right now, they can attest to this. I go over, and so whenever they think me, they know, oh, okay, it's Mariam. You will be surprised. I mean, maybe on the outside I look like I don't give, but when you are a client of mine, I go over and beyond. I'm extremely patient. My friend is always like, your level of patience, she told me this week, your level of patience needs to be studied. How you stay calm in the face of this chaos, how you stay calm needs to be studied. You just have to, so talking about positive image, I mean, you need to, do not return the energy that people throw back at you. Don't do that. You will be stooping low to their level. So when they go low, you go high. So try everything that you can to maintain a positive image. It is your branding. What are you known for? Beyond the outward appearance, who are you when people deal with you, when people do business with you? What kind of person are you? Are you greedy, or do you really want to, deliver on your promises? Do you under promise and over deliver? Who exactly is the person behind the brand? So having a positive image is really, really important. You also need to take time to present an attractive image. Yes, in your person, your clothing, your grooming, and of course, whatever it is that you show up in. Another way to also develop a positive attitude, successful habit, is by being creative. Yes, you have to be creative. You have to, it's something that requires that you continually look for better, faster, easier ways to get things done. You have to get creative around what it is that you do. My schedule might not align with your schedule. You may ask for my full schedule in the day. One day I was even thinking about me. People have asked me, why don't you just give us an overview of a day in your life? Now, if you're trying to emulate what I do, note that my schedule might be different from yours. So work according to your own schedule, get creative around it. Maybe you can fix X and Y activities, maybe on your way to work. Maybe you plan to read more books this year and you commute to work daily. You can get get audiobooks. Instead of physical books, get audiobooks, and on your way to work, you're listening to it. You're reading the books, they're audiobooks. So you're listening. So those are things that you have to just get creative around whatever it is that you do, just so that at the end of the day, you're able to cultivate this great success habit over time. And the last one here, I don't want to drag it till next week. The last one is character. Yes, character. Self-discipline combined with honesty will open countless doors for you, because trust is actually the foundation of all relationships. Once that trust is broken, I don't know if I trust you. If you give me a reason not to trust you, then there's a problem. There is a big problem. It might be almost impossible for me to trust you again. And once the trust is broken, that's why we have to be a man of our words, a woman of our words. Whatever you say you do, please make sure that you do it, follow through and do it. And I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to, impact one or two things in you. Please feel free to share with your friends, tell a friend, like this video, and also share your thoughts in the comments. I love to read from you. I hope to see you guys again next week with another exciting episode. If you need me to do a research tailored to your specification or speak about a particular topic, please let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to speak on it on one of my live streams episodes. Thank you all so much once again. Thank you. God bless you, and bye for now.